Welcome back, everybody. Working on the GMC here, and bought it with 196,000 miles, I think it was, back in 18. Hadn't replaced spark plugs. I think they had been replaced before, recently I bought it. So now we're using it more for just some, picking up the little guy from daycare, or just some other small projects. Errands. It's an errand truck now compared to the work truck. So I was like, well, let me take the spark plugs. I pulled one spark plug out. The gap looks really big on the Delco IRIDIUM. So I'm like, let's go ahead and change plugs. So looking on Amazon, looking through reviews, and these are what I find. Some DENSO IRIDIUM power. Here's one I already took out. Really good reviews for this truck. So we'll see what they do. Look at that. Let's see if it focuses here. Quite the point. So this is DENSO IT16. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start with what looks like the hardest side. Definitely a lot easier than the 4th gen Firebird, or the back side of a 3800 Impala. But we're going to start on this side. I don't have my flex ratchet, which I think might be in handy at some point, so got the old step ladder out. I pulled this one out here first, so it went pretty easy. So we'll pull off of that bank. I'll bring that back and show you, and we'll see what they think. Then we'll crank it up, see how it runs, hoping for a little bit better pickup and power, and maybe better mileage as well. Let's get started. Alrighty, here we go. So this is right bank of plugs. Get a little bit more light on it. They're really dirty per se. There might be a little bit more gap than there should be. But nice AHC Delco IRIDIUMs. So they might have been fine for, several more thousand miles. I've run octane booster in it, so that could be why. So that's right, some of the discoloration. But it seems like they were wearing pretty even. Both sides, right side front to back, left side front to back. So maybe the gap really wasn't that big of a difference. I don't know, it looks a little different. Yeah, definitely looks like there's less gap on the new DENSOs, so we'll see how they do. Alright, back to hunting parts on Amazon. This is a really neat hose connector for GM 2006 GM trucks, Tahoes, Avalanches, Escalades, etc. 2500s, which is what this is going on. Because the problem is, so often, and this is the second time I've replaced these, they snap off at the most inconvenient times. So, buddy Brian, building Gringo, the semi-race truck, said, hey, go to Dorman and grab these. So this is Dorman part number. That engraving's really cool. Let's just read it off the package, shall we? This is Dorman 800-409 HP. This says, I don't know why it says it backwards, but it says 99 to 2014, which is funny because these won't fit on my 14 Silverados, so I don't know what that works with. So let's slam these on there, we'll see how it goes. Welcome back, everybody. This is 11-piece AC fuel line disconnect tools, hunting tools on Amazon. All plastic, but you got all your different, you get your 22 millimeter, 7/8, etc. Extended narrow mouth. So these should be kind of nice. These be nice, and we actually get to use them today too. I forget exactly which size I need here. I think, let's see, because we're working on the old GMC here, pulling off these heater core connectors. So I'm guessing it's this 1/2 inch 13 millimeter. It's really nice how they labeled those. That is cool. So you got the deep one and then the short one. This deep one, I imagine, is what will actually be very beneficial. So nice spring action. These are a little bit easier. I've used the old plastic ones, and it just, you know, it's a little bit trickier. The aluminum anodized ones would be nice, but these are only $10. So, you know me, being a cheapskate, $10 is what I want to spend. So this feels like it might be bigger than half. So obviously I gotta split them like this and get them stretched over. Let's see. I think this is gonna be too small. I think it's different size. Yeah, I think. Did it go over? Not go over? I can't tell. It doesn't feel like it fit. Okay, so I don't think it's ½ inch. I think what we could do is look at, since we're doing 2 videos at once here. This is 3/4 inch outlet, 5/8 hose, so I think we need this one. So the 3/4. Let's see if this does a trick. That looks about right, come to think of it. Alright, so back again. Sorry, hit the wrong button. So we got our 3/4 AC hose quick disconnect line. And to get this flexed on here over the plastic, this one's a little bit tougher. Yes, and then it's got a nice grip to it where you can get a hold on it, finger, you know, just yank it. Hopefully, that's the way it's supposed to work. They get kind of stubborn. Pull it together. Okay, we bottomed out, so we just got to keep pulling. I hope. I don't want to break anything. So far, nothing. It says no, I'm not coming off. Why? Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I just need a little bit more effort. Okay, that's cool. All right, so there's one. So that's 3/4. Works nice. So you just get underneath there, and once again, this one's a little tricky too. But this is a lot nicer than the small round ones. So, and this has got a wide variety of sizes too. We'll save that one for a spare. Maybe my sister will need it for her truck. Actually, with all the heat cycle, it's probably really not worth saving it, to tell you the truth. Because with heat cycled plastic parts, not really. If you don't want to be messing with this, it's probably just not smart to do. Alright, bottomed out from there. Let's pull. There it goes. Cool. Alright, well, I'm impressed. It's nice to be able to put these tools right to work for you on this video. But this was nice. So let's look at that box again. This is, once again, the Combustion Guys hunting tools on Amazon. Just a cheapy brand, $10 for all of them, 11-piece, quick fuel line disconnect. Alrighty, we got our shiny new pieces to put on. We used our new quick disconnect tools to get the old ones off. I always like to spray a little silicone spray. I don't know if that's a proven thing to work, but it seems like a good idea to me to help slip and slide them on. There we go, lined up. On, not quite like yet. There we go. Oh, that was a nice click. Did you hear that? Oh, I'm so glad Brian told me about these. Yeah, that's cool. This is the way, honestly, they should come from the factory. But if you think about it, on those original lines, oh, that one stepped up fast. It was just that molded line. So I get it. I get it. It just makes it easier. So once again, this piece is kind of nice to be able to quickly bypass. It doesn't really, I don't use it to bleed the system. I just unscrew the cap here, and that's how I bleed it. But for this instance, it was nice to have that adapter on there to be able to just quickly route those lines and boom, be able to, instead of having to go all the way down here and bypass it that way. And it was a little bit less messy too, and I don't think I added really any fluid since I had the issue about a month ago with those pieces breaking. So that's the trick. All right, so we're gonna put the lines back on. Gonna crank it up, let it sit in the idle. Man, those things look so cool right there. Nice. Alright, let's get cranked up and going. Alright, it's alive. We got all 8 spark plugs in. Off the drive and see how it does. I was trying to do the hose fix as well, and the only drawback with this part that it too is plastic. And apparently when I had it wrapped around, it broke. So we went ahead and had to bypass the hose anyways, until either I just replace the solid hose, which is not a bad idea. I actually might have some of that size hose. I'll have to check. Just replace that whole length, or you know, put this connection back in. I might have some more 5/8 of the house at Mom and Dad's, so I'll have to go to retrieve that potentially. That'd probably be the best thing. But anyways, it's alive. We'll drive it here and see. That's the part that broke off from the old connection. But yeah, we'll see how these spark plugs do. Oh, they're rattling up there. I gotta see if that new pump is, you know, kind of connecting a lot of, or is pulling a lot of oil into PVC. Alright, so that's spark plug swap and trying to work on those. We did those hose connections. That'll probably be its own video right there. But yeah, slowly trying to do little stuff on the old GMC here. Keep it alive and ticking. Like I said, let's see, what's the miles here? Sorry for the shaky camera, but not sorry. If I was really sorry, I would do something about it. There we go. Almost 254,000 miles on the original 6.0, I believe. So, as always, thank you for watching. We got some kind of neat merch in our merch store. If any of that looks interesting to you, by all means, check it out. Watch for sales. If you're a subscriber to our Instagram or YouTube channel, Bear will send out notices for when we have sales on the channel. So if you want to save some bucks like we all do, that would be a good way if there's any merch that you're watching. So, I think we have enough fluid. Alright, let's talk hunting parts and hunting tools. Back at you later.